Well, welcome back. We're actually heading down to go pick up a 1.8 turbo engine for the Corrado. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're in the truck, you know, heading out. I'll see you when we get there.
941 Performance.
There she is, the 1.8 turbo. We got intake, missing 2 throttle body bolts, but I'm not worried about that. Yeah, she needs a fucking timing belt because that's about to fucking break. It probably skipped. Oh yeah, it skipped for sure. So, oh, there's a bearing in there. Look at all this. Awesome. There's some bearings in there, so it looks like the timing belt tensioner went, which I'm not too concerned with because we're going to be rebuilding this engine anyway, but she ain't going nowhere. She's on there pretty tight. I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's get it home, get it on the stand, and get it tore down. And find out what else we're missing too. It looks like a coolant outlet. No big deal. I believe that goes there. So we shall see. Yeah, we got most of the harness for all the sensors, so whatever I'm missing I will locate and we'll go from there. So yeah, we're gonna start rebuilding this thing. Ooh, she's leaking pretty good out of the oil filter housing. But yeah, let's get this thing back home. Ta-da! There is a 1.8 turbo engine. Sorry for the light, the sun's bright. So it looks like we got it all complete. That timing belt's destroyed. Damn! Look at that thing. That thing has been on there for a hot minute. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen one that bad. But if you look down there, something looks a little funky. So I gotta source the cam adjuster. We'll get an exhaust manifold, turbo, all of that shit. So my goal with this is to essentially be a 0 mile build rather. Why don't this gasket come off? What the hell is going on here? There we go. Oh, it fell on. What the fuck? This is being a motherfucker. There we go. Why? Why must you do this to me? I just want to... There it is. Trash. So, the other good thing is, we have 90% of the wire harness. We got some miscellaneous bolts that survived the trip on the back of the tow truck. So, I'm okay with that. And The only thing that we're really going to be using from this are these connectors right here. The coil connectors. I'm going to rewire everything. It's because I'm going to do like a tuck style harness. And it's going to be pretty amazing when I'm done with it. So now this is an AWP head, as far as I can tell, due to the simple fact that it says so on the timing cover. Let's see here. AWP. And then this is the 06A block. So that'll help me find parts for it, because there is an 058 block, which was in the slightly earlier models. This came out of a Mark IV Jetta, which is a 99-04. And yeah, so we're gonna get to tearing some shit off of this thing. And you know, sorry for the noise. I got the fan going because it's hot as shit. So I'm just trying to look over this intake manifold to kind of see where all the vacuum lines go and whatnot. But we're gonna be running a standalone, so a lot of this shit isn't gonna matter. And then like whatever this is, you know, we'll run the part number, see what it is, see if I can delete it. Get a little block off plate. That looks like it could be secondary air. So, something. But yeah. Water outlet. Gotta get one of those. I don't know if that set screw coming out is a thing. There's a ball bearing right there. Is that head broken? Is that supposed to be like that? Well, we'll fucking find out. It looks like there was something over it, but I could be wrong. So yeah, we're gonna start tearing this down, and as soon as I get a little further, I'll pick you guys back up, because I'm gonna put some music on, and yeah, maybe I'll time lapse it. So cool. Woohoo, this is glorious. Where's my light? I gotta get my light. So check this out. That water pump is smoked.
Oh, shit!
The pulley came off with the timing cover, and I think it's one with the timing cover. Oh, nope, that just popped off. Little ball bearings. Yeah, this thing is, that water pump smoked. Now, ironically enough, the guy that I bought this from said it ran when he pulled it.
Fucking embarrassing!
Can't wait to get the head off and see what kind of carnage is under there. That is for damn sure. Yeah, the tensioner is pretty unique, to say the least. So I'm gonna cut it here for tonight and keep on keeping on tomorrow. All right, we're back here, ready to remove the head. I got my head bolt socket in there. That's why you don't use water in your engine. I'm gonna hope that I can get this cleaned, but that's pretty bad. So let's go look at the bolt pattern real quick. Full screen. You're gonna work your way outside in when you're removing, and you're gonna work inside out installing. So let's go ahead and I'll break this thing loose and I'll get right back with you. See if I can set this up right here. Sorry for the lighting. Now that they're all broken free, doesn't really matter. Love the smell of burnt fucking oil. Really don't have anywhere to set this thing. Normally I would use a bigger like breaker bar too, but what's that? And provision here. Boom. Oh, we're gonna make a fucking mess. All right, those look ill. Valve tap, valve tap, valve tap, valve tap, crud, valve tap, valve tap, valve tap, valve tap, valve tap, valve tap. Yeah, A lot of broken bent valves in this one. 3 per cylinder, bent. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to reuse this head, guys. Might have to get those valves out of there, because it looks right there. That's some good damage there. Good damage there. Good damage there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This side looks okay. They just bent valves. But yeah, this gasket's been on there for a hot minute. Don't want to come off. I don't know. This one's questionable. Might have to find another engine. I really don't want to, but I will. Yeah, and I don't know how much I can bore these out. Pretty close. So let me get cleaned up here, and we'll resume here in a minute. All right. That oil pickup, there's a little bit of trash in there, but not terrible. The bottom of the oil pan is not terrible. Yeah, a little bit of sludgy sludge, but nothing that can't be cleaned out, or, you know, even replace the oil pan, which I may do because this is going to be a 0-mile build, hopefully. Yeah, so we're going to get the baffle out, we're going to get the oil pump out and pickup, and then we're going to pull the connecting rods, check those bearings. We'll pull the crank bit, the crank bearings, and see. And then I got to go to the store and grab a impact socket for 12.19. I don't have. Take this off, and we may have an issue with the rear main seal, but I might be able to lift it up and out. So we'll see. If not, I'll just get a ratchet wrench in there and bust out that rear plate. So obviously I'm jamming out. I don't want to get copyrighted. So yeah, we'll bring it back here shortly. All right, we got pistons out. No scoring or damage to cylinder walls. You know, he's still got some cross hatching on there, so I believe we can get this bored out. Pistons, you know, they don't look bad. You can see the impact marks from the valves. A little bit of carbon on the outer edges, no broken rings. The bearings look okay on the crank side, somewhere on the rod side on some of them. So number 2, it's not terrible. They're Volkswagen bearings, so it's all original. You know, doesn't look terrible. That one looks a little heated, but again, you know, these are probably original bearings, so it's getting new rods and bearings anyway, with pistons and wrist pins. So, you know, number 2, which I'm not worried about the bolts either, because we're going ARP or APR or whatever. Yeah, that bearing has some wear on it, so you know, it's not like I need to source that because it comes with the connecting rods. And we're gonna go stud. We're gonna stud everything. Some of the cam caps have some wear in there like that, so I'm going to get new cam caps. The only problem with that with new ones is those cams are line honed. So basically they install those on the head, torque them, and then they get the measurement of the cam, and then they just hone it out in a line, and it takes care of all of them. So with that, like I said, I gotta go to the store and get a socket for the crank. We'll yeah, but those look okay. We're gonna change this crank anyway, so yeah, I'm not too concerned with it. I just gotta check that the caps, I may have to replace some of the caps, but again, I'm not, you know, we're going with the stroker kit with this, so more power, you know. So well, I still haven't gotten the crank out yet because, you know, I'm slacking, but I just wanted to touch on that a little bit more. We're gonna go with integrated engineering, so if y'all are watching this, hook a brother up. But yeah, they have a stroker kit, so it's the crank and the pistons by JE, which are 83 millimeters, and these ones are 81, I think. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna send the block. I'll get it bored out, and then we're gonna send the head off with all new valves, springs, retainers, and then we'll get some cams. So we are going to pair this with an O2M transmission. I know people are like, oh yeah, stick with the fact. No, this is my car. I do what I want. O2M. So my buddy's got one. I want to, you know, relieve him of it. So working on that. Yeah, we're gonna get this block all cleaned up, painted real nice. Probably just a black on the block. The head we're gonna get cleaned up. The valve cover will get cleaned up, blasted, and painted. I don't know what color I'm gonna paint it yet, but I don't know if I'm gonna do car color or different color to offset. But also too, this engine has the Volkswagen infamous secondary air injection, which is going to get deleted. So now if you're running a factory ECU and deleting the secondary air injection, they make a block off plate for the side of the head. You bolt that in, and then you have to do you can do some tuning, but then you still may need a resistor to plug into the harness so you don't get the check engine light, because yes, you're tuning it to have it out, but it still may cause a light to come on because the ECU doesn't see what it needs to see. So they actually make resistors that plug and play for some of these engines. I believe they make them for the Mark IV. I'm not sure about Mark 5 and 6, but it can be done. There's plenty of insight on the Vortex forum for that, but I'm running a Fuel Tech or a Haltech. I'm not sure yet, but we're going standalone ECU. We're going with a power distribution module. So all solid state fuses and relays, all computer controlled. And I'll be able to get CAN signal from the Fuel Tech to the PDM, which will be amazing because that'll work the active spoiler on the back of the car via speed. And I'll be able to mess with that parameter. So I believe factory, they come 45 miles an hour and the thing goes up. I could probably do it to start coming up at 35. So that's what's great about PDMs. You can control them to do everything. So my windows, my power locks that I'm putting in, because I'm getting rid of those stupid vacuum actuators because nobody wants a vacuum. So But yeah, Integrated Engineering has the stroker kit, which is, you know, the crank, pistons, rods, valve train. They have it all. It's expensive, but they have it all. So I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they can do me like a bundle package, or if they're watching and want to, you know, help a brother out with a discount code or something. That'd be awesome. So I'm gonna get a new oil pump, and it's basically, I just want this thing to be a 0 mile build is essentially what I'm going for. So like, this is the oil filter housing adapter with the cooler on it. So I may get a new one of those, see if one of these are available. I don't need it, but I just want it to be new, you know, because there's coolant hose that's ripped off in there. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get this taken care of soon, get the garage cleaned up, bag up. You know, I got the oil pan bolts bagged up, so I got to get the bracket bolts bagged up. The pickup intake head bolts are going in the trash because they're one-time use. There's the oil pump. I'm going to source a new one of those. We're going to get rid of the secondary air water pump that is blown the fuck apart. Yeah, that's blown apart. Accessory bracket. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update. Well, the next Corrado video, I'll record taking the crank out so you can see, so we can see the bearings and everything together. I got to get a new chain and tensioner set up for this because, again, 0 miles. I just want everything new. I'm getting new cams anyway, adjustable cam gear, just to be able for that flexibility. New injectors. It's gonna be one of those.